Alright, and we are live. Let me prop this up real quick here so I can read the chats. I was probably going to send the link here, so just give us 1 second before we begin here tonight. Been a couple weeks, so let's get our bearings. Post there. And we will post there. Okay. Alright. Set the post in the good old team server. And now I gotta. There we go. Alright. Beautiful. Let me make sure audio is good. Yep, alright. Audio is good. Now, we shall begin here. Been a couple weeks since we last did an American Truck Simulator stream. I was going to last week, and then, well, went to go do other stuff in the meantime. So, well, mainly it was just, I wanted to go race a fair, and that was, well, pretty fun. Did a couple fish together, did some hostess and whatnot, but as much as I would love to do that with him again, I don't know where he's at. So we'll see how long we'll stream before he calls, essentially, and then I'll abort the stream. So right now we are currently in Laredo, Texas. I did drive for a little bit. I have a really cool thing to show. Before we begin, though, we are going to get our stuff here. So let's see. Something. Oh, perfect! Look at that. Okay. Well, to be fair, though, I haven't driven through California much. The problem is, I feel like it's going to be way too long to stream. Because we did about 2 miles, and that was approximately, I don't know, like 2-3 hours. And, I mean, it's not like I can't do that long, but I, want to make things entertaining. So let me find something here, and we'll go from there. We may just make this a 2-parter. How's that sound? We can just do part 1 tonight. See where we are. If it's anything like around 2 a.m., we'll call it 9, and I'll just finish this up off stream. So we'll pull this thing around. Actually, wait, no. Hold up. Fuck. I forgot. Oh, shit. Okay, hold up. Well, it's an extra $2. Or it's actually like $2,000. Actually, we might as well. Okay, so we are heading to Houston. That's 6 hours. Well, let's just quick travel. Alright, where are we at now? Alright, we don't have to drive that far. Okay. So, for those that are going to watch this, I'm going to turn off my mic real quick. I want y'all to hear this beauty, if you can. not that. Okay, 1 second. I hope it's not. Hold on. I feel like it's way too loud. But yeah, let me turn this down here. Thinking like 30 is pretty good. I feel like that's we can just kind of deal with. Yeah, actually, hold on, I'm gonna turn it down just a bit more. Because I want y'all to hear my beautiful voice, quite frankly. Alright, I don't know if that's much better. I feel like it's still pretty loud, but I can at least hear my own voice, so I assume that is good. I just need Landon or Barney or whoever else to come in and tell me, because I have the chat up, but I have the volume down because I don't want to hear myself again on stream. So I'm just waiting for somebody to pop in here and tell me so I can fix it. But yeah. Been kind of a tough week for league racing, at least for me. Well, it's kind of a mix in a sense. You see, Wednesday I ran the Untitled Friend League UFL. Got a 12th place finish, our best finish since Las Vegas a couple months ago. So overall, that was a great result for us. We really needed a run like that again. That's going to prop us up to 8th in points. So I'm just hoping we can salvage a top 10 in points and kind of go from there. So oh. Free market. Oop, cargo. Yep, that's one. How much is this? We're good. Well, here's the thing, though. Yeah. Come on. Perfect. Alright. See it? Shit. Alright. Perfect. Why being by tough though? It's a little embarrassing to admit, but unfortunately we failed to qualify in the Friday Night Challenge Series with the Xfinity car. Pretty disappointed. 3 weeks ago we finished top 5 at Martinsville, and this time around we don't even get to make the race we were about. I just don't know what went wrong there. It's just something happened in qualifying, and obviously cost us a chance of making the race, which was unfortunate. I was really looking forward to running Kansas, and just really bummed out by what happened there. So I think my next race is going to be Texas in Friday night, and then it'll be I think Iowa and second Martinsville race. So just hoping to do better in those 3 and see where we go. So just a tough break all around, but just the way it goes. We'll move on and be better from here. So my next league race will be, I think, believe it'd be Wednesday. I think so. For Anatolian Friend League at Bristol. Might run Moon Car or Osterel next Thursday, and then we'll run. Then we'll run Friday. I think we're running an ASCA at Watkins Glen. I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll see what comes about. Might run AWC at Eldora, and kind of debating between those 2, but I think we'll probably run the dirt race at Eldora. More likely. So we're just hoping to string a good several finishes. It's been a few weeks since we've actually finished top 5 in a league race, so we're just hoping to pull through here. Just do the best we can, even during hard times. So just a tough break, but we'll be better next time. Alright. I want y'all to hear this real quick. This sounds fucking cool. I don't know. I turned down the audio, so we'll see. 1 second here. Hell fucking yeah. Here, I'll get from the on-site version. Listen to this bad boy. Oh. Well, we got UIS tomorrow for the Clash. I'm really looking forward to it. We got 4 full-time cars for the season. We got 3 full-time drivers. We have the 76, the Patriot 76 entry, which will run in UIS and a couple other leagues. Eric Hovnat, Corey Lyles, Asher Bunkley are going to be our 3 full-time guys, and then the 76 will be a revolving entry. Michael Deitch will be in the 76 for this weekend, along with for the Daytona 500 in UIS. We're not sure who's all going to be in the 76. We know for some races who's definitely going to be in the 76, but right now, the main thing is with Cody, he's not approved for Cup yet, so we're trying to sort of accelerate his learning curve and make sure he's ready for Cup and for him to run in the 76 for majority of races we have originally planned for him. So I'm not sure where all that lies just yet. I'm gonna run 3 races in the 76 at least. Darlington, Texas, and Iowa. So we're gonna run those races, or at least for me. Michael and Matthew and Cash are gonna run some, and then Cody's will probably do the rest. We may have a couple other guys do a one-off here and there, but generally speaking, yeah, that's what we got for Cup. Unfortunately for UIS, I'm kind of going a little rant here, but we just got our shit just hammered in the off season. Just a lot of deals fell through, and whatnot. So it was just really unfortunate what all occurred for our team's behalf. We were gonna have 4 full-time cars in all the series, and in contender, I think we're down to 2 or 1 at this point. I think probably just 1, and then it's just gonna be a rotational entry. In trucks, it's a little more certain, but a little bit iffy. I'm gonna be in the 63 full-time in trucks. Aaron, 50-50 for him, to be honest. 76 truck, I think Cody's gonna do most of it, and then 4th truck we're not too sure about just yet. So was hoping to be Noah Nicholson, and he's had some personal issues, so he's kind of gone aside. So we'll see where everything aligns there. But I'm looking forward to it. We've done a lot of preparations for this upcoming season, UIS. I'm really looking forward to it. Looking forward to working not only with Aaron again. You know, I was his crew chief for a lot of last season, but also to work with Asher and Corey more, and to work with those two more attentively compared to the past, so we'll see how we do. I think we'll do great this season. I think we'll get our first couple wins in UIS, so we'll see where we end up, but definitely look forward to it. It should be a great season. Probably will have a lot of memories and all that good stuff, so just look forward to what all happens, and can't wait to see what unfolds for us. But I'm really looking forward to UIS this season. I think, for starters, I'm gonna make a couple predictions. Aaron will finally get that first win. I don't think it's a matter of if, I think it's a matter of when. Ooh. For Aaron to win. I think Corey will struggle at first, but I think as the season goes on, he'll get better. He may string a couple top 5s on the season, may make the playoffs, but I don't expect him to make like a deep chase run. Asher's kind of a wild card, if you ask me. You really never know with him. You never really know what he's gonna do. So we'll see. Look at that. What's up, Barney? How are ya? By the way, how is the audio level? Like, can you hear me well? Do I need to turn the game down? To be totally honest, because I would like to know. So, I hope you're doing well, but remind me of that first. So, like, is it good, or is the game value too loud, or am I too loud? Since you're the first person here, so. Okay, sweet. Thanks so much, man. Yeah, that's great, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. How has accounting been for you? I know I asked you a couple weeks ago, but how's it been so far since we last talked about it? It's been fine to start, hasn't been too hard to understand. That's good. I'm glad you're liking it so far. It just involves a lot of numbers, a lot of facts, understanding how the whole system works. Since as I already told you, I took accounting class back in freshman year. I passed it, but I never really understood it, if that helps. It all was just it was too much for me, so. But I think I already told you, Sue, do forgive me. But, you know, couple weeks ago, I met with my accounting teacher. Kind of told him, hey, and I kind of told him about our situation. Not too specifically. I wanted to, be a little bit generic with it. I didn't, say your name or anything like that, for example. But I was just like, hey, I got a friend that's going to college for accounting. And I was like, how can we help him accelerate his learning curve, referring to you. But so he kind of told me the website that I already sent you, and just kind of gave me a little bit of advice. And so I'm hoping it's helping you out. But as I said, as I've said before, I'm more than happy to help you out along the way. And all that good stuff. So you just gotta let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help you out. Like I expected, it's not something I'm totally interested in, but I just wanted to get into a career I thought made sense for me. It's our current job market's a little uncertain, especially for career field. I think the problem is the one thing that worries me, and I know on Garth's stream last month where we were talking about AI and how there's always that potential that AI may take over those jobs. So I don't know how much a accounting would be affected by AI. I would assume a great deal. However, I think you still can make a career of being an accountant. I would say don't push that away, of course. Don't take my word for it, because I could be super wrong. Who knows what could happen with the whole AI industry? For all I know, it could collapse in the next 2 weeks. I don't know. So, we'll just have to wait and see what comes about. I mean, I think really most people our age are pretty uncertain about the future. We're sort of in this stage where we are waiting to see what is happening before we really make that next move. Because we don't want to do something and we're like, alright, this is what we're going to do. And then later on, we're like, man, I shouldn't have done that because that really fucked me over in the long run. So that is what it really boils down to. And I want you to make the right decision. I feel like you will. So I'm confident you'll find the right career path. And I think you'll be very successful in that. Yeah, much appreciated, man. I'm glad you went everybody to do that for me. Yeah, anytime, man. Happy to help you out. I remember Garth talking about that. Yeah, we'll find out in like the next 10-20 years. I think that is probably going to be certain. Our whole world may be different from what it is now to 2045, for example. I think here is my full unfiltered opinion on AI. AI, the concept of it is good. It has a good concept. However, the way it is executed, the way it is in practice, is too much for us. I am not saying it's a failure, because it's really not a failure. It's the complete opposite of that, but beyond success. It is overtaking a lot of things. I think the level of AI where it should be is like, the most you can do with AI is, have it maybe write like a story for you, or write a song for you, perhaps. Like, that's about the most that it should be able to do. I do use AI frequently, but not to the levels of which I have seen. I haven't used it for making videos or anything like that. And generally speaking, most of it is through schoolwork. So, in all honesty, I kind of need AI to last until May 21st, and then it could collapse, because May 22nd is my last day. So, ChatGPT just needs to hold out for another month, and I think we'll be okay. So, but yeah. We'll wait and see though. But by the way, so compared to last stream, the engine sounds a little bit different. So I got a brand new engine for this truck, and there's only one reason why I did it. All right, let me go on the straight line here. I want to show you. Okay, let's see if I can do this right. All right, let me go on mute here. Them good old Jake brakes, baby. Alex Club's breaking. Yeah, considering how much of a shitbox his cars are, I'm not surprised. Well, here's the truth about Alex Club's cars. So, my buddy... Oh, that was a cop there. My buddy Colby Evans... Colby Evans ran the 86 last year in the second car for Alex Club. The most concerning thing was that the car had no reverse gear. So, if Colby spun and he had to reverse, he could not. He would have to get pushed back. So, that 86 car does not have a reverse gear. They may have updated it, they may have added it finally, but for a lot of last year, that 86 car did not have reverse gear. I think the one time that showed was, want to say it was Berlin last year when Chris Golden spun and they had to, like, push his car back. So, there's a lot of things wrong with the 86 car. It's just a shitbox, frankly. And, I mean, listen, Alex Love, he's a great guy, love the dude, but, man, you can pour an extra $1 or two. Just, come on, dude. But, in all fairness, I guess having no reverse gear is probably better than in 2024 when Brian Club ran a Michigan setup at Bristol. I'm not kidding either. The exact same gearing, everything about the car was the same as it was at Michigan, and they brought it to Bristol, and they were like 10 seconds off. So, I guess that's a step up. I forgot we have the ARCA race tomorrow. I think it's 12:30 p.m. Eastern. That couldn't have gone very well. Well, Brian got lapped like every lap, and he eventually got parked. So, there was that. I mean, he was like several seconds off Brad Smith. Just to showcase how slow he was. Brad Smith was outrunning him. And I'm pretty sure Brad even lapped him at one point. I'm not kidding. There's somebody I know. I'll have to look for the video. I'll send it to you. Some guy that I know was at the track. And they were recording Brian. And he was right behind, I think it was either Brad Smith or Nate Muller, I forgot who. And as soon as they went green, Brad just took off, and Brian was still just going fucking slow. So, that was great. At least he didn't wreck the car. Yeah, he didn't wreck the car, but he did wreck the reputation of his team, so. Yeah, they got a lot of shit for that. And a nice meeting with the ARCA officials. So, crackle my mellow yellow here. There we go. I thought the ARC officials never did anything. Sure, not as much as NASCAR officials, but they do put in some action sometimes. Not always, but sometimes they do put their foot down when needed. Let's see. Well, for example, back in, oh shit. Okay, we're good. Back in 2022, at New Smyrna, Benny Chastain was going to drive, I think it was a 10 car for Fast Track, and what happened was he had wrecked in qualifying, and I mean, he fucking destroyed the car. It was the same car that Ken Schrader got third in at DuQuoin the previous year. So Benny destroyed that car. Afterwards, they basically took away his ARCA license. They took away his hard card and told him to have a nice retirement. God rest Benny Chastain. Or God rest his soul. I'm good. I'll just take the penalty. So, yep, there's $700. But yeah, so ARC officials do stuff, but it's not as frequent. Yeah, I know we're gonna do that. We're gonna watch the race together next week for Talladega. I'm hoping it's a good race, but I fear it's gonna be absolutely dog shit. So, you know, if it's anything like last year, except there's no caution, you know, there's no race that finished under yellow. It'll be a good race. Maybe being an artificial is the right career path. It could be. You hardly have to do anything. When you do, you just get to punish drivers. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's not that hard to get into ARCA, to be honest. It's... well, as Garth put it several years ago, to be a driver in itself, all you have to do is pay like $700, piss in the cup, and fill up form, and you're good to go. I'm just hoping some stupid things happen. Yeah. I know it's early. We don't have an entry list yet, but who do you think will win Talladega next week for ARCA? I have a feeling it's gonna be somebody that we are hoping but not expecting. At least I hope that it's just some goofball winner. Like, imagine if AJ Moyer won at the Talladega. How awesome that would be. Or just all the nitro cars wreck out once again, like they did at Daytona. Good. Alright, I gotta find some rest stop up here, and we'll get back on the road. Yeah, the nitro meltdown was pretty funny. It was. Oh. Michael Maples wrecking Swan's Peak. It was! And Swan still won the race, which is so disappointing. Dude, Nick Tucker had to have gone to therapy after Daytona. He fielded 6 cars for the race. I think Robusto had a mechanical problem in the middle of the race. Wesley Slip was just irrelevant the whole way. I think he spun early and never showed up at the front again. Then the Nunziata wrecked. Dean and Finch wreck. And I mean, Bowman finished second, but still. That was pretty funny. I remember we were in voice chat for that, for Elko when Maples got into Sawalish. I do remember that, because we were all just laughing our asses off. Excuse me. At the fact that a car that was 10 laps down took out the leader. So... we'll see who Maples takes out this year, but... are they gonna run 6 cars a day too? I'm not too sure yet. I would think probably, because I think 5 of those cars are full-time. Bowman and Nunziata are the full-time guys. I would fully expect Finch and maybe Gustine to return, so we're up to 4. Really, the only question mark would be... oh, and Robusto's full-time. I forgot about that. I would also probably have to imagine the 90 is probably the question mark, if it's going to show up or not. It's either it will or it won't, but it'll probably be Wesley in the 90 again, if I had to guess. You know, I kind of find... you know what I kind of want is an ARC flip. We haven't had one in years. I think the last time we had a flip in ARCA was, like an actual flip, was 2017 at Daytona. I think it was with Justin Fontaine. That was with the Gen 4 car, so technically we haven't had... oh my... is that an airplane? Why is there an airplane? Dude. Why? Ooh. Not a happy landing. But that was with Just Fontaine with the Gen 4. So technically we haven't had a flip with the modern ARCA car. And I mean, the closest we got, there was probably like 2 or 3 instances, was Brett Holmes Daytona 2018. Richard Garvey, I believe, that 1 year at Talladega. I think it was like 2022. I'm just gonna pass all these people. And Andres Perez Daytona in 24. I think those have been the 3 close times we've gone to a flip. So it may be done. We just haven't fully seen it yet. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna get to a rest stop here. I know that was legal as hell, but we ball. So, who knows? Maybe we'll hear Phil Parsons lose his shit over seeing Bobby Dale Earnhardt just magically roll over on lap 59. Oh yes, Bryce Hogberg. I forgot about that. I forgot that wreck happened. That was... I'm pretty sure, I think it was, now that you mention it, I think Buddy Kofoid was the guy that hit him. And I don't think Buddy Kofoid has ran ARCA since then. I don't think he's even been in a stock car since that race. So I guess that frickin' scarred him. In fact, he annihilates the back of Hogberg's car, and he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna touch the stock car again, because I remember he ran the Bristol Dirt and Knoxville race for Kyle Busch Motorsports at the 51 truck. And I think he was going to do Coin too. I think as well. And then I think that's why they brought on Corey Heim. So I don't know if Kofoid was injured from that, or if he was just like, nah, I'm good, fam. So I'm not sure though, but we'll see. Oh, it was. If not the biggest ass pack of all time. So, a couple stories I'll share with you here. Yesterday, so pretty much every day this week I've stayed until like, I've stayed about 20 to 40 minutes later just to finish up some work, because I don't have study hall every day, so I gotta sort of make hay on a lot of stuff. So, I'm usually in my, my history teacher's classroom, because it's a large room. Where I sit is far away from his desk, so we just kind of do our own thing. We'll chat sometimes, but if he's working on something, I'll work on something. It's a nice, quiet environment. It's usually just us two in there. And sometimes he'll leave early, because I think he's also like a baseball coach. I'm not too sure, but... So, yesterday, I was finishing up some stuff. I think it was around 3:40. So, I leave his classroom. I walk. Oh, Jesus. Whew, I was not looking for a second. Anyway. That was about to be an ass pack right there, Barney. Basically, I was walking down the hallway of our classrooms, and then I would get into another larger hallway that lead into the cafeteria. Or at least one way would go to the cafeteria, and then the other way would lead to the third hallway that eventually lead out of the school. It's sort of confusing like that. I don't know like what other words I would describe it as, but so I'm walking, and then I hear this. It's kind of like, well, it was what was happened, but I heard some like knocking on glass. I didn't think of it anything at first. I thought it was just like, yeah, I heard some, and I heard it again, and I kind of heard one of them kind of yell out my name. So I kind of stopped for a moment. I turn around, and now I had my glasses on, but even I couldn't really see who it was. It was two girls though, so I had to walk all the way down. And the reason why is because our doors are typically locked all the time. So they were locked out, so then I had to open the door for them. And it was two girls I did not recognize. I mean, one of them was in my Spanish class, but it was weird that they knew my name, but I didn't know their name. It was kind of like, what the hell? How do you know my name? God. So, they thanked me for it and all that, so... But that was, I don't know if people just know me now or something, but that was weird. And I remember earlier, I think it was Wednesday, So, Barney, you remember Parker, right? From the group chat. So me and him, we haven't talked in a little while. It's been a little bit. And so for fourth period, he has art class, and I have weightlifting, and both those rooms are like across from each other. So he gets in front of me. He doesn't know I'm behind him. So then, as we're halfway there, he doesn't know I'm behind him, and so I whistle. I'm like, oh, let's see if I can do a whistle. I'm like, so I kind of whistle to get his attention, and he doesn't turn around. So as he's about to enter his art class, I'm like, Parker, what the hell? I kind of like shrugged my shoulders. And then he just looked surprised, and he was like, I didn't know that was you. And I was like, I whistled at you. I was trying to get your attention, man. So, we talked for a minute, but, yeah. It's the only way I can get people's attention now. If I don't know, well, I guess the way to put it is the way I get people's attention. I'm not gonna call them by their name. I usually just whistle at them, and it'll get their attention. So if somebody's far away, I'll just be like, let's see if I can do it again. Hold on. It's usually better during the day, but I didn't know how to whistle until about a year or two ago, so it's okay. So basically, let's see. You have to kind of pinch your lips together, like as if you're like trying to like kiss somebody. It's hard to describe, but you have to also relax it too. Like, you can't be like, you know, completely like put all your muscle into it. You have to sort of relax into it, just so you squeeze your lips together, kind of like, you kind of do it like this. So once you do it once, it comes naturally. So you kind of make your mouth sort of smaller, and you sort of have to blow out air in this small pocket of, like, your lips. Like, you have to keep your lips together, and you have to blow out air. So it's... And sometimes I can do it. Sometimes I can't. You have to... I know it's gonna sound weird, but it works. You have to sort of lick your lips, so it sounds more crisp. So, I'm not great at it, but, so, let's see here. So kind of like that. And once you do it enough times, you can sort of control it. So it's sort of sometimes easy for me to whistle the songs. The rhythm of the song, in a sense. But you'll figure it out, dude. You'll figure it out. Oh shit, it's my turn up here. Fuck. Shit. Oh. going backwards here. 1 second. Okay, there we go. I've tried many times, for some reason I've just never been able to do it. Well, it's not the worst thing in the world if you can. It's just... I think... I had to kind of teach myself how to do it. I never really... My parents never really taught me. Oh, shit. I never looked up like a tutorial video, or I never had my parents teach me. I just kind of taught myself. And the reason is because of my dog, Willie. A couple summers ago, I spent a lot of summer sort of, how do I say it? While my parents were working, I had to kind of take care of him. You know, I had to feed him. Okay, we might as well just go. We had to, you know, feed him. What else? You know, make sure he went outside to go to the restroom. That was the hardest part, was get him to go to the restroom. Because my dog, even till today, he likes to just fuck around outside, you know. He will do anything but go to the bathroom. So, I have to whistle to get his attention. Because if I'm like, Willie, he won't like, come to his name. Even though he knows it's his name, it won't get his attention. And the only way I can get his attention is by whistling to him. Because then that's his cue that his attention is now on me. And I sort of have trained Willie that there are sounds that are like his cue. I'll give you an example. My parents are doing some business sale a couple Christmases ago, and I had to go outside. It was like an hour before I came home, and the problem was the last time my parents were gone for that long, and when they came home, my dog pissed himself on the floor. So I'm like, you know what? Just make sure that doesn't happen. I'm gonna take him outside, make sure he goes to the bathroom. That way, he can be excited to see Mom and Dad and not have to, you know, pee all over the floor. We don't want that to happen again. Because mind you, he's still like, you know, he's still a puppy. I mean, he technically is still, but a lot younger then. So, we're outside, you know, 5 minutes goes by. I just sort of look out in the sky, and then I'm also kind of eyeing Willie to see if he's, you know, gonna go pee. Because, like, once he does that, I was gonna take him back inside, because I think it was like -4 or something, and I wasn't wearing a coat either. All I did was I just grabbed, I think I just grabbed the flannel, put on my boots, and just went outside. And then I was like, hey, come on, gotta do your business. I don't want to freeze my ass off out here. And he just kept fucking around, did zoomies and shit. He did anything but went to the bathroom. So I'm just like, you know what, fine. Have it your way. So then I just closed the door on him, and then I'm like, well, I feel bad now. So I came back out, and I basically tried everything. And the method I did was this. I realized I had to annoy him to the point where he had to do it. So I would essentially clap my hands repeatedly, and it worked. He finally went to the bathroom. So every time I go outside with him, I have to clap my hands repeatedly until he goes. Because he knows that's the cue for him to go to the bathroom. What's up, Connor? How are ya? But Yeah, so that's where some of the techniques are. I can still call people out by their name, but if I whistle them, that's 100% guarantee you'll get their attention. Why did Kevin Campbell withdraw from American race? Supposedly, it was for personal issues. If you want my honest opinion, I feel like he just didn't have an engine ready. So, he, which sucks. I was looking forward to seeing Kevin Campbell race, but, I think he said Toledo's his next race. I don't even know when Toledo is, to be honest with you. I would assume it's like one of the last races of the season, but what do I know? But I would guess he probably did not have an engine ready, or he just had some go wrong since traveling. But well, yes, training dogs is certainly a process, Bernie. Well, on one hand, he could always just buy a cheap-ass engine that's on the brink of blowing up, like an SB2 engine, down on power, on par with Brad Smith and those guys. Oh, it's May 16th? Oh, okay. I haven't really looked at the ARC schedule, or at least I don't remember it. All I know is that Toledo is not the season finale, and that Watkins was in May. So, that's all I remember from the ARC schedule. But, okay. Because when I saw there, I'm like, dude, you're gonna wait another 6 months just to race? Like, what the hell? On the other hand, though, I mean, the cost for Ilmore engines hasn't gone down by any means. Especially since Kansas finale now. Kansas. Especially since Ilmores are like, 75 grand and all that, so I mean, if you want to be competitive, that's the way he'd do it, but not everybody has a 75 grand that they can toss away and be like, oh well, money well spent. Which, I mean, to a degree, it can be well spent, but there's a lot more factors than just having a good engine, of course. Have a good setup, the car itself, the driver, obviously. Okay, Toledo's the week after Watkins Glen. Yeah, so Kansas is the season finale, but alright. Good to know. At least Alex Club has an engine, Kevin Campbell even have that. That's true. Very true. So, I have a question for you, Tom. I'm just curious. Did you... Excuse me. Did you two ever, like, go to prom. Oh, hey, Landon. What's up? Oh, you're good, dude. Don't worry. Yeah, just take your time with that. Well, how long do we have here? We still have another 1,000 miles. I mean, well, let's see. We were in Houston earlier. So you driven through all of Texas. We're about to leave New Mexico. So, we may do another round here, but we'll see here. But hello, Landon. Where are we at? So for you three, I guess, since you three are here, hey, don't ever go to prom out of curiosity. And I'll tell you why. Because, so, it was, I think, the Tuesday night or Wednesday night after we did our stream. So it was like a couple weeks ago. Okay, I gotta find a gas station. And so then Aaron was like, hey, are you going to prom? And I'm like, yeah, probably not. And he was sort of kind of convincing me to go because, you know, me and Aaron, we're great friends. And so we give each other advice all the time on, like, you know, hey, you should do this, you should do that, sort of thing. So, and he is in his senior year. Even though he's only a month older than me, he's the youngest in his grade, and I'm like one of the oldest, if that helps. And so he's on the prom, and and he was kind of trying to persuade me. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So, let's see. So then the next day I go to school. I swear to God, the 2 days after Aaron asked me he was the first one to ask me about prom. I'm not shitting you. Like a dozen people at school asked me, "Hey, are you going to prom? Are you going to prom?" And I'm like, "What is happening?" I don't think I look like the kind of person that goes to prom. I don't even have a suit. the most appropriate thing that I could wear for an event like that is literally what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing a like a flannel t-shirt and some khakis. That's about as formal as I can get. I cannot afford a fucking suit. I don't think they expect me to roll up in a 5-piece suit, sweating my dick off in there. I might have to just shave off all my body hair for that to happen, because since our air conditioning sucks at our school, I'd probably pass away if I was in a 5-piece suit. So I'm good. I am good, but I did say to a teacher though. Oh shit, we need to get fuel. Fuck. We can make it. Or be a gas station here. Whoops. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Bart. I mean, I don't care if I go or not. It's just something funny, I guess. I mean, I'm probably not gonna go to prom, to be honest. I don't get the appeal of it. I know it's to just hang out and whatnot, but I am not going to do that. I'm just gonna take the $700 fine. Thank you very much. And let's see. Yeah, I just never understood the appeal of prom. Like, I get it's, you know, hang out with friends and whatnot, but the problem is this. All the friends I have at school are friends that I would only want to hang out with during school hours. Outside of school, I would not want to hang out with any of them. It's nothing personal, it's just... It's like, hey, you're an acquaintance to me. You're not somebody that I can resonate with. Because, I'll tell you what. With you guys, I can talk about anything with you guys. Because we have such common interests. Though we live far away, we have that common interest that unites us. And we know each other so fucking well. I mean, we talk shit all the time, but we have the deepest talks. That is a true friendship. Is when 1 minute, you could be laughing your asses off about, I don't know, how Cowman shits his pants or something. And the next minute, talk about deep shit. That is a true friendship. Right there. The problem is, there is nobody like that in my school. Nada. Zero. None. So, I mean, shit, if you guys went to my school, though, we'd fucking hang out all the time. More than likely. But, I live in the middle of bum-ass Iowa, so... Oh well. I feel like going to prom. You still have next year thinking about it. Nah. Well, I'll say this. If I have absolutely nothing going on next year, when there's prom, if I have absolutely zero, nada, nothing going on that day, I will go to prom. However, if Saturday Night Thunder is happening, that takes top priority. And people are going to be like, where were you at on Saturday night? And I'm like, well, you know, S&T took priority there. And I was on the phone with my mom and Aaron. Well, so I was on the call with Aaron, but me and my mom, we were chatting with him. And they were like, well, you're only going to get to go to prom once. And you've raced an S&T how many times? I'm like, well, I'm at like 60-something starts in S&T. But I want to try to get to 100, at least. For S&T. Wait, hold on. Yeah, maybe. I have one friend in my area who's interested in NASCAR, and that is it. Oh, stop. Yeah. I feel like going to prom. I still talk to a few people I went to high school with to this day, but most of the people not really, so didn't go by. Did you say 6, 7? No, I didn't say 6, 7. Oh shit, gotta beat the red light. Let's go. One second here. Is that who I think it is? It's David motherfucking cocksucking Ruderman. Holy shit, guys. Look at this. David motherfucking Ruderman. Holy shit. I think we kind of fucked ourselves with fuel, because I don't know if there is a gas station anywhere on this road. Actually, let's go look. Let's go look. Oh, no. The thing is, this is... Oh, God, excuse me, sorry. I'm just gonna pass these two. This is the only NASCAR hauler mod. Oh, Lord. It's the only NASCAR hauler mod. There's nothing really updated since 2010, though. This game's been out since 2015, but... So it's just a mod. A lot of these are mods. So the engine I have this truck is a mod. The trailer I'm pulling is a mod. A lot of the NASCAR haulers you're going to see are mods. So generally speaking, most of the... A lot of the engines I have bought are mods. The NASCAR haulers are mods. So you'll probably see them around. You just made whoever that guy was shit his pants. It was probably Cowman. Let's be honest, it was probably Cowman. I mean, they were going slow. And I have to get some gas here. I mean, I don't even know if we'll make it. Look at that. So I gotta haul the mail here. I'll be back in a little bit. Gonna take Leslie, then take a shower. Will still be sharing? I don't know what time it is. I think we'll probably stream for another hour or two. Probably until like 2 a.m. more than likely. Then that's gonna be my curfew. Oh, we're going way over the speed limit. All right, we have found the gas station. Let's see. Wait. I don't know what side the gas station's. I think it's on the left side. Fuck. Cameron's guts were inches away from splattering on your windshield. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Did you ever see that video I sent you, Barney, of that the alligator that like shits himself in an upward John? Alright, sounds good, Landon. Don't drop the soap. Alright, sweet, it's on this side. I said, don't drop the soap. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to drop the soap, right? Oh, shit. Yeah, I just took your fucking space, bitch. Oh, shit. At 344, god damn. I remember when I was able to buy a, well, let's see. I remember I was able to buy a 6-pack of Mountain Dew for that much. Alright, we gotta kind of back our way out. Oh. Oh yes, but I meant the alligator part. Oh! That, there's Clint Boyer hauler. I sent you the video, didn't I? It was like an Instagram link I sent to your DMs. Cowman's America. True. For the amount of sugar that I consume, I'm surprised I'm only 165 in weight. Well, I remember back in 8th grade, at least at the end of 8th grade, so like middle 2023, I think I was like 5'8" and 185 pounds. And I did fasting that summer. I knew you both at the time. But I basically cut out a meal, sort of changed my diet a little bit. And I've lost 20 pounds since then, so... or at least I lost 20 pounds in a year, which was unfathomable to me, but... Do you have a mod that adds the NASCAR haulers? Only the ones from 2010, but... I think there's separate ones. I did see an Anthony Alfredo version, but I haven't looked into it yet. Your price sent, I must not see it. Yep, there's a train. There's been a lot of trains, actually. It's been pretty cool. Yeah, so I do have the NASCAR mod hauler. In fact, well, we'll keep it a secret for now. But as a team, we're doing something pretty cool with the hauler. So once we get those made, it's not even really the part of making it that's hard. It's actually it looks super complicated, which it is. But it's the easiest part. It's putting the hauler scheme mod in the game that is super hard, because I'll tell you a little story. Santi Alfredo hauler. I think I've weighed exactly the same for like the past 5 years. Well, as long as you're not gaining weight, I guess that's a good thing. But yeah, my BMI I think was like 27, 28, so I was like in the slightly overweight category, and now I'm down to like a 23, so that's like perfectly weight. But so I'll tell you a little story. Back in, I want to say it was late January, early February. Me and Aaron in the morning we were working on our like haulers. So he was making his own hauler, I was making my own. And so then there's this 40-minute tutorial video on how you add the NASCAR hauler to American Truck Simulator, the scheme at least. I think me and Aaron spent 3 hours watching half of it. Because we were also like, we watched a little bit of it, then we do it. But we had to restart over and over again. And a lot of the links and the files that were in the description were like really shady. And so I'm like, do I really want to kill my computer for this? Do I really want to sacrifice it? I don't think so. So, Aaron's making good progress. So he did make his hauler recently, which looks fucking amazing. And so we plan on making ones for those that are most active on the team. We're not gonna make ones for every driver on the team. Just that would take way too long and all that. But we do plan on adding everybody at some point, and then we'll go trucking. So that'll be fun. How old is Cowman now? 29. Well, he was born in 1998, so he is 28 years old now. Which is crazy because when I first met him, he was 22. So it's pretty bizarre. At least when as long as we've known him, I think he was like 23 when you met him, though. You came along a little bit later than some of us, but. Was he already bald? Yes, he was. In fact, he had a YouTube channel. He deleted it. It was before you met him. It was called NASCAR and Wrestling, in which he would give his opinion on like NASCAR stuff. And I think his most popular video was, do you remember when Haley Deegan called someone the R word on a iRacing stream a few years ago? And I think she went on the, oh god, what's it called? Sensitivity training, that's what it is. She went on that, and like Cowman made a video about, how, oh, it's not an offensive word. She shouldn't go to sensitivity training for it, etc. So he had the same opinions then as he does now on general things. And I mean, he had like the baby face, but otherwise still looks the same then as he does now. So. Oof, man. Oh shit. We gotta slow her down. I remember Garth used to joke about him being bald, but I thought he meant he had a buzz cut. I didn't know for a while he was bald as hell. Well, he had a buzz cut, but I think he's been balding in the last few years. That's why Hair Club exists, and he just refuses to probably take it. I mean, oh, excuse me. I mean, Frankie Muniz was bald as shit for a while, and then he used Hair Club, now his hair's back, so like, I guess it works. Oh, shoot. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You know, for the last like half year or so at school, I've been rocking the middle part haircut. I don't know what else you would call it, but it's basically where. See, the thing is, my like hairline doesn't go down the middle, so I kind of have to like force my hair to like make it seem like it is. So I basically just use a comb, um, brush the left and right sides between the middle parts, and all that. So been rocking that sort of hairstyle for like 7 months now. I think if it's like long enough, it works really well. And if it's easy to brush. So I just use a shit ton of like hair creamer and some other stuff so that my hair stays. It's hard to do, but like have my hair stay flat in the back, like from the middle of my head on back, but like have it sort of fluffy in the front. Is it weird? Probably, but I mean, hey, I don't like to brag at all, but I think I look pretty good with it, so. I gotta find some rest stop here, and then we'll go over what we need to look at, see how many more miles we got. How many cars entered for the Kansas? Originally was 30, but with Kevin Campbell withdrawing, it's now down to 29. So pretty good car count. So. At least as far as the 29 cars that are taking the green flag for tomorrow. Bearing if anything unexpected happens in practice and qualifying. So, pretty good car count. I think qualifying got rained out, so practice and qualifying got rained out. I think they'll have practice tomorrow morning. But so we're just gonna go based off the owner points last year, and we'll see how they do this year. But I mean, Kansas the last couple of years has been pretty good, I would say. So I went to Kansas back in the fall of 2023. I went there with my dad for the ARCA and truck race. It was about a 3-hour, 3-4 hour drive, something like that. 3 hours if we're just non-stop, but you know, we had to take a few breaks here and there, so it was more like 4 hours. I'll tell the story now. So when so our hotel was in, I think it was in Leavenworth, Kansas, which is about 20 miles north of Kansas City. And because that was where our hotel was at. We were only gonna stay there for one night because we would, get back home. We didn't buy tickets for the Xfinity race. So, we were in Leavenworth, and I remember earlier we stopped at a gas station. I think it was Pilot Flying J or something like that. I don't know why I got like, it was like the Simply Juice, orange juice. And I mean, it's great. I love orange juice, but the thing is, like the thing where you take off the cap and there's like this little thing you have to peel off, which I understand the purpose of it. I totally understand the purpose of it, but it is so hard to like get off. So we were rolling through Leavenworth. We were going down to Kansas City, and I was trying to get it open. Well, because I'm like, hey, I'm fucking thirsty. Alright. So then, as I'm trying to, like, pull it, we hit a bump, it comes loose, and it goes fucking all over my shirt. So, not only my shirt is soaked in orange juice, but so is the seatbelt or my pants. So, I had to wipe myself down. And so my dad was like, next time we go to a gas station, please never buy anything other than soda again. So I'm like, alright. Because like with sodas, like they don't have that thing, of course, the plastic thing. Well, I'm sorry, I don't know how to get the fuck out of here. No, fine, let's go grass. Okay. Anyway. So, we went into Kansas City. We drove by the track. I mean, it was, compared to Iowa Speedway, it was fucking huge. I think it's twice the size of Iowa Speedway, at least in miles. And I remember, I think I rolled down the window. ARCA practice was going on, but my dad was like, "Hey, let's go get lunch first. We'll come back. We'll stop by the track." All right. So we went to Culver's. So my dad's like, "Hey, as I'm ordering food, do you want to get our drinks?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I asked him what he wanted. I think he wanted just like a Diet Coke or something. I don't remember. So as I'm getting that, yeah, I'm getting our drinks. I hear him sort of raise his voice. So I glance over and he's like arguing with this older guy. And what happened was, this old guy had like cut in front of everybody. And like there was like a line that went from the counter all the way back to like me, because it was like the counter, and then sort of this little path, and then it was like where you get the fountain drinks. So then my dad starts arguing with this guy, and they started swearing, and then I had to sort of intervene. I'm like, Dad, just let it go. Come on. So, and then afterwards, my dad was like, if you weren't there, I would have beaten the shit out of the old guy. So, we got our food, and we were there for ARCA practice and qualifying, and then after, well, in truck practice, I think the last thing I remember before we left to go back to our hotel, we were gonna stay there for like an hour or two, and then we'd come back to the track for the races. I remember it was early in truck practice, and there were some trucks going around. It was like 1 minute in, I'm kind of looking at pit road, seeing where Greg Van Alst is at, because, you know, that's my guy for the race, and Christian Eckes. And I hear this sort of, these, like, gasps, and then, like, a loud, like, you know, hits. And I look over, and Colby Howard's truck is fucking destroyed. And his truck comes to a stop, not, like, right in front of me, but almost in front of me. I was a little bit higher up in the grandstand, so I don't know if there's even footage of it, but I have some of it recorded at least. But there was a lot of hard hits from the ARC race. From I remember Frankie Muniz like ate shit, and his car like came to stop right in front of me. So, the ARC race was really weird, because I think only 2 drivers finished on lead lap that whole race. I think it was Connor Mosak and Carson Quaffle. So that was an interesting race, to say the least. But then we watched the truck race. It was great. I loved Kansas. I had a great time. I wish I could have gone there the last couple of years. Just some things that worked in our favor, but I loved every second of going to Kansas. It was great. Had a great time with it, and I definitely recommend, if y'all ever come by at a certain time, definitely go by Kansas Speedway. It is super fun. Would definitely recommend it. I've ever seen Ty Gibbs slam the crap out of the wall of Phoenix. When was that? If you don't mind me asking. I can't really remember exactly, but oh, we gotta be in the right lane. Okay. So Jesus. Okay. But we had a great time though. I'd love to definitely go back. You know, for maybe like the whole experience. Probably watch, you know, all 4 series go there. But yeah, I'd love to go to more races. I think I will be able to in the following years. Just, you know, once I have enough money and can start to kind of do things more independently. It's 2024. Okay, I think I remember that. I think I do remember that now, but so what was I know you've been to a few of the tracks. I think you told me before, like Phoenix and Fontana and such. I think Vegas too, but do correct me. So what were those tracks like? I've never been to those tracks before. I'm hoping to, but well, not Fontana obviously, because you know it's pretty much gone now. But at least for the other 2, what was it like there? And if I were to ever go to those races, what should I expect at least? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Being up since 6 has not been my kind of thing, but yeah. Sorry if I've yawned a little bit. Actually, let me take a look here. Kind of see where we're at. We have 586 miles. Okay. So we're in Idaho right now. So we went from all the way to Houston to here, so. Alright. Vegas has been like 5 years now, but I like the experience. There's this little cool underground hall that leads you right into the grandstand of the track. You also get a nice view of the mountains. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was gonna go to Vegas this year, and then just things just kind of happened unexpectedly, and kind of canceled plans. I'm hoping to go out there next year at least, because you know some of my teammates are, you know, they're from California, Nevada, so you know like Aaron and Cash, gosh, who else? Forrest, a couple others are from out there, so we wanted to do a meetup. We just couldn't orchestrate it well, and we're hoping to do it next year at least, or maybe this summer. We're not sure yet. Phoenix is a nice facility too, but the track is so small and loud. Yeah, I can imagine that, but then again, I've already gone to dozens of races. Well, not like dozens, but I've been to over a dozen races at Iowa, so you know that's nothing new to me at least. But that track's different, completely. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the nice thing about being at the track is that you get to choose what you watch. Alright? It's because the TV will show you, like, okay, here are like the leaders, or like a battle. So I'm gonna tell you my personal thing is I remember last year at Iowa for the Cup race, I think it was it Timmy Hill that was in the 66? Anyway, so he was like the slowest car, and like every time he would pass by, I would stand up and cheer, and I was like the only person in the crowd to like cheer for him. I was like, "Go Timmy!" And like, I think a few people looked at me like I'm a psychopath for a guy in last, but that was fun. But yeah, so it was just like, and that wasn't even just for the Cup race. For Xfinity, I forgot who it was. I think it was some guy that was in the 53. I forgot his name, but the one I was running last, I was rooting for him too. Then Colby for Arca. So it's just whoever was running last, I was like, yeah, go! Or something like that. I don't remember what I was saying, but it was just, it was really fun. That track, wait, oh, yeah, I've already read that, oops. But yeah, that's such a, I mean, that's like an example. That's such a nice thing. Is you have the option of making fun, and if you're sweltering your balls off in the sun, it's so fun when you go to the track because you get to make it fun. So, like for my example, watching the back markers is really fun because they won't show that on TV, but you're like, man, that's so cool. I got to witness that. And I remember back in 2024 during ARCA practice when Alex Club passed Dale Shearer, and I wish I had video of it, but I remember I saw Alex Club chase down Dale Shearer and passed him, and I think that was one of the greatest things that my human eyes will ever see, and I wish I had a video of it, but oh well. Also, welcome back, Landon. I went to Fontana 2016. I remember this Tony Stewart fan who would point at him every time he went by. Of course, he was well of his prime at that point. Always ran like 30th. Yeah, you gotta give it to him. He is passionate, very passionate. Charlie, the back markers are so slow, man. Not real racers. Whatever you say, Charlie. But no, I mean, it's super fun to go to races. You get to, you know, see everything up close. You get to just really feel the experience of it. It's a whole different environment at the track than it is at home. If I had the option, I would go to every race in person all year round. It's every time. I think as the years have gone by, the first couple years, it's more so just trying to get to know the place. But I think really about 2024-ish, it felt like home in a sense. Like, I was genuinely so excited to go to the track because it's the only time I get to go to race a year. But it has this sensation that feels so welcoming, this sort of atmosphere that sort of brings you in and makes you soak in all the experience. And I love going to race. I wish I could do it more often, but I mean, it's just super fun to see everything up close, hear the noise, hear the crowd, watch everything. It's just so freaking cool. So I would love to go to more races. I'm going back to Iowa this year, of course, for all 3 series. Next year, I'm hoping to at least go to half dozen races. That's my dream. Would love to go to like Bristol, Iowa, Las Vegas, a couple other races, maybe even Talladega, but we'll see. Yep, Kansas week. People overrate Kansas, in my opinion, outside of the restarts. It's a good finish. Well, I think you have to look sort of beyond that. I feel like the problem is, I mentioned this last time, you can't always expect every race to be good. Because if every race is good, there is no meaning to the word of good. So, I feel like Kansas is a great track, though, in retrospect. It's... I mean, yes... I'm not even really saying because of the moments. It's a multi-grid track. You gotta see a lot of things happen throughout the race. A lot of strategy. The comers and goers. There's a lot of variables you have to consider for a track like Kansas. So, I mean, yeah, it does get spread out, but I mean, there's not really a way to fix it. That's just, I mean, the Gen 6 is the same way, same as the Gen 5 and every other car. Everybody's going to get spread out. Whereas because of, mistakes by drivers or strategies, it's going to get spread out. So, it's just something we have to sort of live by. I wish I could have experienced Bristol when they actually had a good car. Dream to be an outcome proof. That's research that's so spread out with these cars. I mean, I understand that, but still, at the end of the day, though, Kansas is a great track. And all. As I said, you have to make it fun, even when it gets boring. You make it fun in a sense, like. How I describe it, like, it's sort of hard to do. Maybe it's just because of my whole ADHD thing, but like if you see some back markers battling and the TV won't show it, you just root for like one of the back markers and you're like, yes, go Brennan Poole for 15th. They makes it 15th, you're like, hell yeah, Brennan Poole. So you gotta make it fun. That's what he's trying to do. I try to make it fun. Even when it gets boring, you make it fun. It wouldn't help. NASCAR great, so it took us. Rally cars are good. It's solid, but it's not great like people make it out to be. Oh, shit. Alright. Hold on tight, brothers. That's gonna be tight squeeze. Oh. Oh, shit. Exactly. Well, listen, Barney, I'm like Cleus McFarland out here. I'm just flying like a bald eagle, tucking my wings in, hot dogging around this highway. I'm zagging instead of zigging. And got this American power truck with a 6.5 Cummins engine, this Peterbilt 389. 625 fucking horsepower, buddy. Oh shit, hold up. Alright, let's see if we can get this bad boy up to 100. 85, 86. Let's see here. Hold on tight, brothers. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, 98, 99, 100, 101. Alright, that's good. Whew. Best race is Atlanta by far on the Cup schedule. I remember when everybody hated Atlanta. With the next gen a few years ago, back in like 2022. Oh, how times have changed. Oh, no, no. I am a professional trucker, alright? I am a professional race car driver and a tattoo artist. According to Ricky Bobby Sr. Whoosh, whew. See, Bart, here's the difference. If I was driving a Volvo, I would have smashed in that fucking guardrail. But I'm driving a Peterbilt, brother. So I ain't gonna fucking crash this thing, at least not yet. He's been on his knees for this mid-ass. I'm surprised Garth's knees still work. You think of how old he is, he'd have a hard time getting back up. You would have crashed if it was a Mitchell Bell or Mitchell Bill. Yeah, probably, and it would have caused an earthquake, more than likely. You know what we haven't heard in a while? Them good old Jake brakes, brother. Shit. Alright, let's see. So, we are 264 miles. So I think probably after this I'm gonna probably get off here. Okay, so let's see. So we are going through Pendleton, then Yakimiya, and then Wenatchee. So, alright. Let's roll. Oh, shit. Speaking of Washington, my sister moved to Tacoma. Like, nice. Has she liked it? I was trying to reach out, I almost ran that dude in the mirror. She says it's right there. Too many rainy days in the forecast. She moved there because her husband is in the military and got a transfer there. Okay. That is pretty cool though. I remember you told me that story. I'm not gonna say it on live, but I remember. But yeah, that's awesome though. I know the rainy days and all, but you know, hopefully she and her husband have a good time up there, and hope for the best for them. Really, Charlie, really. Well, I did not know that, Charles. Oh shit, it's our exit. That's like the 5th time I've had to go to a vehicle inspection thing. Jesus. Okay. Alright, I've got a question. Do you guys sleep with socks on or no socks? Oh. Oh, man. Dude, I feel like it's like a trick question. Either one's fine. Since I wear socks all the time, like, I just don't really take them off. Unless, okay, the only time I would take off my socks, like, if I'm going to sleep, would be, like, if they're, like, sweating, and then otherwise I'll just, take them off, probably, but generally speaking, I'd probably sleep with the socks on. Okay. Yeah, just because I've heard, either one, so personally for me it helps. Plus, I also have a hard time falling asleep too, so it helps. Yeah, my sleep schedule has been so fucked since the end of Christmas break. Like that, I think has like permanently ruined my sleep schedule. I mean, this past week I've got like 6 hours of sleep like each day. And I don't think it was until Friday morning was like the first time I actually woke up because of the alarm. Otherwise, I would wake up before the alarm. But the thing with sleep though is that it's really bad Sunday nights. That's where it's like the worst. Sometimes I won't be able to fall asleep until like 2 in the morning, and I gotta wake up at 6. For some reason, I don't know why, but I've had like 3 or 4 anxiety attacks at night. I really don't know why, because I'm not really stressed out about anything. I just have them. So it's been interesting. But so yeah, to your question, sleep with socks on. I've been paranoid sleeping because I found a big spider in a sink 2 days ago. Oh. Well. Okay. Spiders are afraid of humans. They don't want anything to do with humans. In fact, humans scare them, so they don't want to interfere with humans. But it's not going to come into your bed at any point. If it is, just swat it away. Unless it's some, like, giant, it's nothing to worry about. So don't worry about it, dude. Don't sweat it. You need good rest. You need that good rest in you. I know I'm hypocritical for saying that, but you gotta get as much rest as you can. I don't sleep with socks on. Well, to each their own, land. Some people do, some don't. But oh shit. Oh, alright, we're good. Wait, hold up. Oh. There we go. Alright, well, we are almost there, and after this I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. Okay. I think got a little bit of room. Oh. Yeah, it's hard to believe that I am in my sort of last month of being a junior, and then I'll be a senior next year, so Yeah, I don't know what the future's gonna bring, but yeah, I'm just hoping to make the best of it. I have a lot of goals for this year. To get a job, get a license, get enough credits to graduate high school, start investing in the, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep that one private, but, you know, getting some finances and whatnot, so, overall, just a lot of goals here that, some things I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm hoping to make the most of this year. Yeah, I hope senior year's good. I've been needing it. Just freshman year was great. Sophomore year was good, and junior year's been pretty meh. See, junior year's been like between like meh and not great. So yeah, really, I'm just gonna take an easy schedule though throughout the year. Like just enough classes that'll get me the enough credits to graduate high school. I'll have enough credits generally for most things, but there's a couple things like government AP and let's see, I think financial literacy or personal finance I still have to take, and might take an extra like college class or two. Because technically I have 2 college credits, even though I haven't gone to college yet. I already have 2 college credits, so that is something at least. So I'm probably gonna take a couple DMAT classes and all that, so it'll be fun though. Alright, well, we are almost to our destination here, so I think there's any other race we could VC for. I mean, any race you want, to be honest. I mean, if there's any race that you're available for, just let me know and I'd be down for one. So, yeah, just any race for sure. I mean, we'll definitely do Talladega next week for ARCA. The ones that we'll post sleep. Well, I mean, we could always just have fun in the voice chat. Even if the race is boring, we could always just, you know, fuck around and chit chat. So, but yeah, I mean, really, any race that you're available for, I mean, let me know. And we can definitely watch together, man. You just gotta kind of let me know, and generally speaking, I'll be down for it. So, look at schedule. Let me know it works. You know, send me DM, and we can watch the race together. So, just yeah, I'll call you for those, or you call me. Either one. You know, you have my phone number, so it's already easy for you. All right. So that was 2,286 miles for 60 hours. And we made $224,000. Alright. Hot diggity damn. Alright, so what are we going to do with this money? So we are going to go... I think we actually bought that. Yeah, okay. So we're going to go buy a couple trucks here. Ones that are... ooh boy, we got some good ones here. Alright, we're going to purchase this one. Alright, one. Purchase that one. That's going to go to here. And purchase that one. That's going to go here. I'll buy 2 drop decks. We're going to put them in. Hold on, we gotta make this larger. Alright, recruitment. We're gonna hire some drivers. One. Alright. How much more? So we can hire 1, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, let's see. So, oh yeah, we need a driver for... Okay. Let's go get you a driver. Let's put Martin. Yep, we'll get you on with that. Well, we do have some money left over, so... let's actually look at the map here. We have a garage in every state except for Oregon, Idaho, California, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. Oh, and Oklahoma. Alright, let's buy another one for Jonesboro. We'll buy another truck here. No, actually, we're gonna buy a used truck. Let's see. We'll buy that one. We'll put that in Jonesboro. We'll buy this one. Oh, I don't have enough money for that. Oops. Okay. Jonesboro, Arkansas. I agree. Wholeheartedly. Alright, we're gonna purchase that one. Where that's gonna go to Jonesboro. Yep. And that is all the money we can pretty much spend. And I think we'll need a driver there, so let's get ourselves a driver and then we'll call it a night here. And there we go. So how many do we have now? We have 33 trucks, 36 trailers, and 33 drivers. Well, there's 12 garages. Alright. Sweet. Alright. Well, I think that will do for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good rest of your nights. And we will see you whenever I am available. So, It's great chatting with y'all. Thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. We're going to try to do this as much as we can. Have a good night, y'all, and see you later.